Welcome back, everyone. Lots to talk about between crypto, Ukraine, the war in Russia. Also, we got Ted Cruz down below here live talking about crypto and how the Democrats hate it. We also have some other analysis and projections depending on sanctions against Russia and how they might use cryptocurrency to get away from it. So, tons to go through. But quickly, FTX, obviously there's an article here. They basically gave $25 cash to all of their Ukrainian users. Again, that's not much money considering what's going on, where they're going. A lot of fleet already to the border of Poland. Obviously, if you're a male between 18 to, I believe, 58 or 59, you cannot leave the country. You have to stay and fight. Obviously, not that many people have been leaving Kyiv and a lot of the other places in Ukraine. Only a couple 100,000 compared to how big the population is. But obviously this is good. Obviously, and if you want to help, there's a ton of volunteer groups and NGOs. I suggest Googling and doing your research before donating to anybody. Obviously, there's probably going to be a lot of scams out there. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of scams. And then obviously, here's a tweet. And you can actually check out the FTX. But I wanted to check this real quick. Obviously, this was on CNBC. Obviously, there's a lot of Bitcoin being sent over, and other coins as well. They're funding everything from cyber attacks, necessities, because the east of Ukraine is obviously basically, it's in martial. It's basically collapsed. They're fighting for their lives, obviously, so you're not going to have anything really open. But the west and the pathways out of the east, the highways, everything, gas stations seem to be open. You can buy stuff, you can buy necessities. There is still product on the shelves and everything, so obviously donations and everything are helping. I don't have any direct links. I haven't done too much research on it. I know with Google, I know with Facebook, they've also been scrubbing any donation links. Why is Facebook scrubbing donation links to Ukrainians? I don't know. We gotta ask the Democrats on that. But sanctions, they're not gonna work. They're very poor. Obviously, you can follow on Twitter. I also wanted to quickly show you guys this. I posted this on my Twitter. Please adhere to this. Don't say anything about where, who, and when you're seeing anything on Twitter about any Ukrainian movements, anything, any troop movements or anything, even on TikTok or anything that you see, because you could put them in harm's way. Alright, and next, New York Times. And we saw a tweet about this yesterday, I believe, maybe earlier. Obviously, we know with the Russians, even though they've been wanting to ban crypto, this or that, the last couple month and a half, a lot of Russians, a lot of maybe government officials too, have been buying a lot of Bitcoin. They were anticipating the sanctions coming from President Biden. They knew it was a joke. President Biden thought he was doing something correct. Obviously not, because he's a joke. But obviously, this New York Times article came out after. And we all know, we saw the pump with Bitcoin. As you can see here, it jumped right back up. That's what's going to happen. And how they're going to get around these sanctions, especially with other countries that are moving towards a crypto-based payment system or away from fiat. A lot of countries in South America, Obviously, China has just banned crypto outright, but they might reverse course. But other countries that they need to exchange or get payments for debt and everything, they'll just accept crypto. And they'll just exchange in crypto. They won't change back to fiat because they know they can't because their banks are being sanctioned. So they'll just be trading back and forth with crypto. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Russian government or anyone in the government starts maybe taking over mining sites and taking those mining payments of Bitcoin or Ethereum towards government-funded wallets, etc. like that. You've got a whole different... You have a lot of things going on here. Obviously, I've been jumping between subjects back and forth. There's just so much information here. Obviously, you guys are just seeing my one screen here, but I've got multiple screens with live feeds, everything, Twitter things going on, and there's a lot. There's a lot of information to dissect very quickly. Yes, President Biden, he is a joke. If you don't agree with me, it's okay. But he is a joke. So we're not sure when the capital of Ukraine will fall. Obviously, they're putting up a huge resistance, and they're going to fight to the end. But even if these sanctions stay on Russia for years, they're just going to get around it with crypto. And they'll probably come out and say something that they're banning crypto, but it's just to, it's just to kind of, it's just a fake thing. It's just trying to trick the West. And the West has been tricked quite well. Because all of the speeches that Putin has done in the invasion of Ukraine were pre-taped days and days ago. Even weeks. So, they set up the West quite well. Sanctions aren't going to do anything. Enjoy, guys. But if you want to donate, make sure to go through Twitter, go through a bunch of NGOs and everything, and good luck. We're going to cover some other cryptos over the weekend. Hopefully we don't have to go back with some grim news out of Ukraine, but we'll see. Alright guys, share with all of your friends on Facebook and Telegram. I'll see you next time.